We're going to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason for the first time today.
Yeah, hi, Dave. This is Ron Cornett from down here in Clayton, Ohio. First of all, I'd like to start off with, love your show, watch it every day. But I have a question for you. Obviously, I am not a GM, but how many times can we keep rolling over all these salaries till it finally catches up with us and we have to blow up the club just to make the salary? Maybe you can keep dodging it for years and hopefully it'll keep going up and everything, but I'm just kind of worried about our future. Could you straighten that out for me, please? Thanks a lot, guys. As always, love your show. Love the Browns. Wolf.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Scott, so the salary cap is a percentage. It's roughly 48% of the league's gross revenue. I think it's gross. It's gross or net. It changes from sport to sport. As long as the revenue of the league continues to go up, the salary cap goes up. Now, there are teams that are in salary cap, quote-unquote, hell right now. That's because they were kicking it back during the pandemic when it went down. So the simple answer is, as long as Jimmy Haslam is willing to pay to restructure, and he's shown every willingness to do that, to the tune of more than any other team, it's sustainable as long as they don't hit a pandemic or a world war or something that would crash the revenue.
I hope you're knocking on wood over there, Dave. Yeah, no, I tend to agree with you. I do think, like, for instance, they restructured Deshaun Watson last year, so his cap number, I want to say, $64 million for this year and for the next several years. So, they're probably going to do that again. They have to create cap space one way or the other. Let's say it's with Watson again, and they do something similar. Then all of a sudden you have these $9 million, give or take, cap hits when he's not even signed, right? Like past when the contract expires. At some point, that could catch up you to some degree, right? Like you look at the Rams, and the Rams won a Super Bowl, then they decided, hey, we have to kind of come to grips with our salary cap. They had 1 year where they reset, and then they're back to winning games. The Saints continue just to kick it down the road. And maybe you can do that forever. Or when you stop is when you have a big quarterback decision and you're not paying a guy and you say, okay, this is the year we reset. And I'm, the Browns are smarter than me in this way for sure. And I know they have their plans. So I don't think it's something for fans to worry about, but I also wouldn't say that there'll never come a time where they have to make it right. But it just might not be for, 6 or 8 years.
Right. And the other thing that Andrew Berry has said, and I believe him, they have projections and they do keep an eye on, okay, the salary cap should be between this and this, and they know right. The salary cap and their movements 2 or 3 years ahead of when they have to make them.
Well, there's no doubt. And, we talk about hell, right, salary cap hell. Maybe they never get there, but that doesn't mean there won't be a move right. that they do, this year, next year, whenever, where they cut a guy. And the reason is it really benefits their salary cap. And if that wasn't a factor, they wouldn't do that, right? Like somebody's due a big bonus and you want to bring him back, but it just doesn't make sense at that number for your cap. So I think there's probably degrees to salary cap trouble the Browns or any other team can be in.